Hi, Facebookers and YouTubers. It's me, Kalani, with another video you can like and share. And I just want to say, I know people were worried about what was going on. I haven't been on video or anything, but I had some chest pains. It turned out to be anxiety. So I don't have any heart problems, but here I am. So I'm back. I had to take a little bit of a break and relax and stuff. So I am back. And I want to talk about sabotaging relationships. Are you sabotaging relationships? Does it seem like every relationship you get in seems like the same one over and over? You end up going through the same things. It could be your attitude. One thing that can affect relationships is your attitude. People don't want to feel like children, even men. Like women, we're so independent and we're on our high horse about, we got a job and we can pay our own bills, that we forget that men need to feel like they're needed. And we need to, even if you got it, sometimes it's okay to be like, babe, I need you to help me with this. I need you to do this, because it makes them feel needed. And then it's like you want them to be around. Whereas if you're like, I'm independent, I can do what I want, and you can get it out, and I don't care, they don't feel loved. Would you feel loved, if somebody did that to you? I'll wait. Now, so anyways, I think that attitude is one important thing. You got to have a good attitude. You don't always have to like bark and at every little thing that someone does. Pick your battles, so to speak. So that's one thing that could sabotage a relationship. And then self-esteem. That's why it's important that between relationships you take a little bit of a break, so that you get back to who you are and get your plan together for the next relationship, so you don't have another like failed relationship. So you want to get together with yourself and look at some self-improvement videos or relationship videos that I have. I even watch Derek Jackson and Mindful Attraction. I watch them to, see if I'm on the right track with relationships. And I often look at Derek's videos, because that helps me with my relationships and stuff. And I think as life coaches, we also need to have life coaches as well to get us back on track when we fall off track, right? Because we're just human. We can say this, it goes like this is how you to do it, but at the end of the day, I'm human and my emotions can get caught up and I can end up going in the wrong direction. So I do check with my counterparts, people that are doing videos and self-improvement videos. Les Brown used to be my favorite way back in the day. So self-esteem is important. You need to spend the time, with yourself and get to know, what do you like in a relationship, and where did you mess up in the last relationship? Did you sabotage it? Did you do something wrong? Were you kicking people out and pushing people away and not wanting to hug and not being affectionate? And were these things wearing on the person? And, you got to find out what you did that might have been wrong. So you just have to take time to do that and be realistic with yourself. You have to do a self-evaluation and say, hey, what was my problem in the relationship? What did I do that caused the breakdown? Did I communicate well enough? Did I really tell him or her what I needed so that they could respond and, give me what I need? Or did you just assume that they're just going to know? So that's one thing. You have to have self-esteem and know who you are. Like, okay, I know it should be going like this, but maybe, we need to tweak this or that, or I need to tweak myself so that, we can have a successful relationship. So also when you become a doormat, so if you're in a relationship with like a controlling person and you become like the doormat, I'm sorry, my hair is doing some crazy stuff, trying to wear the natural look and stuff, and my hair is flying up. But anyway, so you want to make sure that you're not a doormat, because if you do let them get over on everything and you're giving your all and they're not giving like 2%, then that could lead to problems, because eventually you're going to get sick of being a doormat and you're going to just mess up the relationship, because you're going to be like, I'm tired, and it's going to lead to a big argument. You're going to be like, I'm tired of this, I'm tired of that, and leave, and I'm leaving and stuff. So it's better to pick your battles and see which ones you need to fight. But the ones that are important, you need to make sure you communicate to them and let them know what you need and what you don't like, but in a good way. There's, they say you can say anything. It's the way you say it that matters, right? So that's one thing to look at. Another one is not compromising. Like, if you never compromise, you like, it has to be my way, and no other way. Like, you know, like you're never wrong and they're always wrong or whatever. So you need to compromise. As much as you might like to do a certain thing, you know, you might want to compromise and you might learn something new. If your mate is like, okay, well, you're like, I want to go ice skating, because I go ice skating every year on February 25th, which is my birthday coming up. Anyway, so, you know, you want to go ice skating, and then your mate is like, well, I want to take you skiing, something you never done or whatever, and you close out, you know, I got to go skating because I'm used to going skating. Then you won't open yourself up to new opportunities and new things. So try to be compromised and things like that. And then when you think you're too good, sometimes we get to a place where, like, you know, we're like, oh, you know, a lot of things are going on and you're being successful in a lot of areas. And you're like, well, I don't need you anymore. I'm doing this. I got a job. You know, this and this and that, you know, and that can ruin a relationship, because everybody needs to feel loved and needed in a relationship. So especially the man needs to know that, you know, he's pulling his weight. And if we're always like, oh, you don't do this and you're a mama's boy and, you know, you don't ever clean up, instead of saying, hey, why don't we clean this together? Let's shampoo the carpet together and listen to some music and dance a little bit. Whatever, you know, then you can have fun doing your chores and things like that. You know, let's go clean a yard. You mow the front, I'll mow the back. I'll plant the flowers, you cut the hedges, you know, and do things together, because it just makes it more fun and builds a good relationship. Another thing is, like, if you don't date anymore, this is my last one I'm going to talk about on this issue, is if you're not going on dates. And basically when people have children, when they're babies, they get so much attention and you forget to go out and have fun with your mate, the stuff that you used to do, you know? So you got to get back to doing that. And I'm sorry I keep messing with my hair, because I don't know, it's growing back. I'm going to grow it long. But anyway, start trying not to wear the weaves and stuff, so my hair can be healthy. Anyways, enough said. You just have to, you know, not think that you're too good for anyone or something, and realize that, you know, you put your pants on the same way as your mate puts their pants on. So there's no reason why you should think you're better than anyone. If you are in a relationship, that person, you're equal. Like, if you're doing amazing things, you need to be with someone that's amazing, because if they're not amazing like you, then you're going to down talk to them all the time and it's not going to work. So when you're looking for a relationship, you know, get someone that complements what you do. I mean, nobody's going to be exactly the same, but you want them to match on some important issues, you know, the needs and things that you need in a relationship. You guys want to line up, such as, like, do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Do you want to get married or not want to get married? Do you like to work out? The other person doesn't like to work out. You know, it'd be nice if both of you worked out together. You know, things like that. You got to ask those questions and stuff. And so that's basically it. But so that's how you know if you're sabotaging a relationship. You also have to look at the other person. Are they doing anything that's causing the relationship to fail, such as being extra controlling or not giving you any time that you need? And you know, I actually calculate, like, if I see you how many times out of a week, if I see you 2 days out of a week and there's 7 days out of the week, then you can, you know, say 2 out of 7, whatever, they're giving you like 30% of your time or something like that, whatever. I don't know what the calculation is. I'm just doing it in my head. But anyways, so you want to look out for those type of things that someone else is doing. Like, do they actually listen to you? I understand if they can regurgitate what story you're told and, okay, they're listening a little bit. But when you say that I like certain gifts, or I like things done this way, I like for you to open the door when we're going to an event, but not on a regular day. But if they open the door, don't get an attitude because they won't open it anymore. And you're going to be like, why did you open the door when you went to the dinner? You went like, because you barked at me when I tried to open the door. So anyway, but anyway, so there's some things you can look for. If the person is not giving you time, or they don't care if you call them or not, that's a big sign. Like, if the person is standoffish, like you used to talk all the time, they don't even want to talk to you or respond or something like that, then they could be sabotaging the relationship. Or somebody that always likes to leave when you're having a conversation about something that needs to be resolved, because arguments are not always a bad thing. It's when you do it wrong and you're insulting the person that makes it a bad situation. But you have to communicate, you have to talk, you have to have disagreements so that you understand how you need to care for this person, how they need to care for you. Okay, so that's it. I'm not going to make it very long, just 10 minutes. So